The cancellation of which TV show are you still frustrated about? Almost Human. It had such potential and never even finished its first season, shown out of order on Fox, which even then had a very poor track record for sci-fi shows. Didn't help that it was a beautiful attempt at a buddy cop series with a disgruntled and grizzled cop with amnesia, PTSD, and addiction issues partnered with their empathetic and persecuted android that felt emotions stronger than the MC, a great cast that all seemed to fit and enjoy their roles. To those giving pirated and Tor sites as places to find this show, I cannot and will not post pirated content. Last Man on Earth, amazing post-apocalyptic plot. There's romance, drama, etc., but I didn't even get to know how it was supposed to end and I'm mad about it. Constantine and Clone High. Matt Ryan does a great job and there was great potential to explore more of the supernatural. Also Clone High was really funny. #AndaMovie. Infinity Train. Very upset to see that cancelled. It was such a cool and unique show. I remember reading about all the stuff the creator had planned for the future of the show and seemed like he was really passionate about it and had a lot of story to tell. I know they eventually brought it back, but Arrested Development should never have been cancelled. New seasons weren't the same. IMO, edit. I've never received awards before. Glad so many people love AD. Thank you. Carnival. Never got over that one. Rome. It was cancelled after 2 seasons because the production costs were too high. Deadwood. Dead Like Me! Exclamation mark. The 4400. From 2004. Not the horrible remake of sorts from last year. At a time when Heroes was dropping the ball in Season 2. The 4400 kept killing it. And then got cancelled because of the Writers Guild strike. Also Jericho. Nuts. Colony. Great sci-fi. Special effects. Acting and lack of cheese. Edit. Remove 2 out of 3 usages of the word great. Dark Matter. Better Off Ted. Was ahead of its time. IMO. I really want the 3rd season of Mindhunter. Venture Brothers. WTF? Invader Zim. Zim-related apparel still sells and is popular with kids. The stylized art of the show makes it timeless. Probably the next one on Netflix that is announced and cancelled at the same time. Freaks and Geeks. Marco Polo on Netflix. Love that era of history, and I thought it was a top watch. Veronica Mars, the original TV series. Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. Pushing Daisies, such a clever plot. Ned touches somebody who's dead and they come back to life. He touches them again and they die permanently. If he doesn't touch them the second time within 1 minute, somebody else dies in their place. His talent proves useful for solving murder cases. But he'd rather be a pie maker. His girlfriend died of suspicious causes on a cruise ship. He touched her to bring her back to life. But now he can never touch her ever again. Wonderful musical numbers in each episode with great performers such as Kristen Chenoweth. Won a bunch of primetime Emmys. Killed by the writers' strike. Never made it back to television. A graphic novel was planned to wrap up the story but it never got published. The star, Lee Pace, played Ronan the Accuser in the Marvel movies. Really weird to see a simple pie maker as a galactic villain. Hannibal original plan was to run for 7 seasons but was sadly cancelled after only 3 perfect ones. Ash vs. Evil Dead. I'm not okay with this, on Netflix. Thanks for the awards, guys. Exclamation mark. Closing parenthesis. Final space. Firefly. Stargate Universe, and Atlantis not being finished properly. Mindhunter, the 4400. Original. Rome, it was such a well-made show. My Name is Earlway needed one more season. Glow, it was blamed on the COVID pandemic, but damn it, I want this series back. Utopia, UK version, so glad I'm not the only one who watched it tongue out. Single female lawyer. Mindhunter, so much more ground to cover. The Expanse. It's so hard to find a good sci-fi show these days, but apparently even if you do, they don't have the audience to survive. The original Cartoon Network Teen Titans, still mad. Terminator: The Sarah Chronicles. It was a great show and expanded on the movies way better than anything released after T2. Drunk History. They had already taped a bunch of people getting drunk and telling stories for season 7 when Comedy Central pulled the plug. Apparently Patton Oswalt got so drunk off a bottle and a half of scotch, all the while recounting a bitter feud over who really had the world's biggest ball of twine, that medics had to step in and give him oxygen. I would pay money to watch that even without the reenactment. Lie to Me. Limitless was really fun to watch. Surface had so much potential. Gallivant blew it. Reaper. Flash forward, it was, I think, an early 2000s TV show about a worldwide event where everyone loses consciousness and see a vision of their life. I think 2 weeks in the future. The show followed an FBI agent tasked with finding out who or what caused the event. Unfortunately, I think this show was a victim of being made for TV, and would do a lot better in a streaming TV climate. I loved the idea for the show. Maybe I'm not frustrated about its cancellation so much as I would love a reboot. But I just wanna know what caused the event. What's up with the dead birds? Is it possible to change your fate? If you didn't have a vision, are you going to die? I'm just left with a lot of questions. Netflix's The Dark Crystal.